Man, they be.
Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Woo Pig podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the bad Big Sexy. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, pig, woo, pig, podcast, woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, 501, baby, pig, podcast, football, basketball, whatever you need, podcast, woo, pig, shout out to fans, man, woo, pig, keep the support live, let's get it, podcast, you know we gon' keep it real every time, every single time, woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, pig, we too cold, baby.
Yo, welcome back to the Woo Pig podcast, coming to you live from the Insurance Max Studios, where we talk about everything Arkansas Razorback football and basketball. Man, we even talk about baseball every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And experience peace of mind with Insurance Max, your one-stop solution for home, auto, and commercial insurance statewide. Don't wait. Call today for a free, no-obligation quote. Secure your future with Insurance Max, where protection meets affordability. Dial now and safeguard what matters most. 870-534-2823. Let them know you heard it on the Woo Pig podcast. And the Woo Pig podcast, man, we streaming on all major platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you subscribe subscribe everywhere on all platforms. And if you enjoy audio only, we everywhere, including Apple Podcasts. We really rock with Spotify. Help us run that up, guys. If you're listening tonight, go to Spotify, follow us over there, help us run that up. Hey, and always, as always, you know the Woo Pig podcast, man, we can't forget about our guys over at 3M Electric, serving Northwest Arkansas. They're your trusted commercial and residential electrical contractor as a SDVOSB. They're dependable and reliable with no job too big or small when it comes to your electrical needs. Contact 3M Electric at 479-408-9865. Let them know you heard it on the Woo Pig podcast. And you know who I got in the building over there making all that noise.
Hey, man, you know who it is, man. It's your boy in the building. Hey, a.k.a. Big Sexy. Hey, man, somebody out there holler for me.
Oh my God.
Good. What up, OD?
What up with it, baby? You know who we got. We take them everywhere we go, man.
You know, Woo Pig, Woo Pig. What it do, Woo Pig family? How y'all living tonight, man?
Hey, man,
Barely.
we good out here, baby. We good. Well, we good, but we still suffering along with the rest of the Razorback family. We come in here for a little therapy because we talking about these Razorbacks. They
Need it.
They continue to take us
Super trash.
up and down, down and up, but consistently they losing. And
Consistent.
They took another L today. They took another molly whopping. It wasn't even just a regular loss. I feel like we either lose by 20 to 30 or we win by 20 to 30.
No.
No, you right. You right.
Yeah, we either win, we either barely win.
We barely win or we lose by 20. That is what it is. Man, who's to blame, man? Who to blame? Let's talk about that first. Who to blame about the way this season has gone?
Hey, man. Well, according to the fans, it's us. According to the fans.
Right? we ain't shot a bucket all year, but it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Man, you know that media always getting in the way of our players. You know how it go.
Bro.
But
We ain't took one shot. We ain't threw one pass. We ain't caught a
We ain't
pass.
did none of that.
We ain't drew up a play. We just talking.
That's it. That's all we doing.
and then we doing it after the fact. It ain't like we before the games they playing us in the locker room. Like we wait till at least they go home.
These dudes are terrible. Man, today, bro, I was so disappointed, man. Bob Marley, who gave that dude a scholarship?
Bruh.
That's what I want to know. Who gave him a scholarship, bro?
Super trash.
That dude, he walked. I was texting Deezy during the game. I said, bro, why it look like we watching a pickup game down there at the YMCA? Man, these dudes, he running around like he just like, oh, you want me to set a pick for you? Okay, now what I supposed to do? I'm like, what in the world? What you say, OD? He has no. I mean, he don't have no. You look at, he don't even run like no basketball player.
He don't even look like he belongs in a Razorback uniform.
Bruh, at all.
Mean, the boy just. Hey man,
He terrible.
You know what he look like?
Go ahead.
What?
Man.
He look like when you only got 4 partners that you brought to the gym, so you gonna have to pick one random, and you like, he got dreads.
Yeah, he might can play. He's 6'8". He got to be able to do something. That dude is bad. I'm sorry, man. I don't know.
When I
Just
see
out of
him coming
place.
up on the court, I'm like, oh, the game is over. If whatever that fool name is, number 7, Bob Marley, I can't even remember his
Harris.
When he comes
Najee
on
Harris.
the court, I'm like, oh, the game is over.
They done gave
he
up.
has no kind of. I mean, can you tell me one thing he does well? Just one.
Nothing. I
He
used to
don't
think it was
foul
defense.
good. No,
but
no,
it's
no.
terrible.
He don't even foul good. I'm like, bro, what you doing? I
Bro.
mean, everybody can foul. I mean, he just does nothing well. I mean, nothing. I tweeted in the middle of the game. I'm like, if Bob Marley on the court, the game is over.
It's over
The
with.
game is over. You might as well put Bay Fall out there. I would rather see Bay Fall than Harris.
Bro,
At least
that dude,
he a freshman.
this dude played 11 minutes. He ain't even put up a shot. He got 1 rebound, 3 fouls, and no points.
Bruh.
That's bad. I mean, in 11 minutes, you ain't even really touched the ball then, because, everybody is that man for himself out there. He ain't even shoot the ball. Not one shot. Not one shot.
One
Bro,
of his fouls was so bad. I guess he had messed up on the previous play. So LSU taking the ball down the court. For some reason, he took it upon himself to press the point guard when we obviously wasn't impressed. And chest bumped dude so hard, that's like, beep. I'm like, what are you doing? Why did
Bro.
you do that?
Yeah. I was thoroughly disappointed, man. I was just like, I don't know. But since I brought up his stats, let me just run through these stats, man, so we can get this vomit out of the way early. We started Graham, Lawson, Blocker, Mark, and Battle. So basically, we start 4 guards. Really, dang near 5. We really started 5 guards. Are you kidding me? Graham, he had a pretty decent game. 8 for 14, 0 from the 3, 2 or 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers for 18 points. Lawson, 2 for 4, 1 for 1 from the 3, 1 of 4 from the line, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 6 points. Terrible performance.
Super trash.
In 20 minutes. Blocker, 25 minutes, 2 for 4, didn't take a 3, 5 for 10 at the line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 9 points.
Super trash.
Trevon Mark, 34 minutes. Now he was balling, 7 for 13, 1 for 3 from the 3, made all his charity stripes, 5 for 5, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, and 1 turnover, 20 points. Give it up for Big Shot. Big Shot Mark. He did show up today. The turnover king. The turnover king missed the battle. He played 9 minutes. He was
Battle is not the turnover king. The turnover king is
that's L. Ellis.
Yeah.
We need to come up with a good name for Battle.
Hey,
He never seen a bad shot.
We got one for him already.
What's it? There you go.
I'm gonna call him Casper, the friendly ghost.
Bruh. This cat right here, man, was 0 of 4 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 0 points.
Super trash.
I'm like, really though?
I mean,
Really? That what you did today?
Super trash.
Then hey man, they let Blake play. They let him play for a little bit. He just checked in at the end of the game, man. He flatlined on everything. Hey, Bob Marley flatlined on everything. He had 1 rebound for 0 points.
Super trash.
Hey man, take your jersey off, hang it up. Twinkle Toes played 29 minutes. He was 3 or 4 from the field, 4 or 4 from the line. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers for 10 points. That's mediocre, but hey, he filled the stat line up, man. He did what he had to do with the opportunities that he had. Minifield.
Super trash.
Bruh, this dude played 21 minutes. He was 1 for 5 from the field, 0 or 2 from 3, 2 or 3 from the line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 turnovers for 4 points.
Super trash.
Bro, I tell you what, hey, oh man. Who is this, bro? It don't even matter. He ain't do nothing. He flatline. He got in at the end of the game. White boy Rick played 9 minutes. 0 or 2 from the field, 0 or 2 from 3. He got to the free throw line, made 2 or 2, 2 rebounds, 2 points.
Super trash.
Davenport played 11 minutes, 1 or 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3. He made 2 or 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover for 5 points.
Super trash.
Bruh, and we scored 73 points, and really 6 to 8 of those points came in trash time when they was trying to run the clock out. We was stealing the ball from them, so it don't look that bad. Really, like we said earlier today before we got on the air, we really got beat by a 30 piece with no sides. You know what I'm saying? It was just 30 pieces of hard, crispy chicken. Come on, man. These dudes is bad.
That game was just so hard to watch. I mean,
He was brutal.
I was just sitting there like, do I gotta watch this last 5-6 minutes? Do I got to? That was tough, man.
Bruh.
That was no effort, all attitude.
Mm-hmm. The way them dudes was getting dunked on, man, I was like, ugh, they over throwing oops on us.
Man,
No, I mean
it was raining threes in the first half.
No perimeter defense. I don't know. I don't know.
The comments is hilarious though.
What they talking about,
Jones
man?
Says battle name is Double Yellow because he ain't because ain't no passing.
Bruh.
Oh man,
Double Yellow.
I gotta go talk to the paper player though. Right? Let me find his comment. The paper. This one right here.
Oh man.
Bob Marley was never supposed to see the court. Then why you give him a scholarship? I don't need you
Exactly.
for a practice player. You got to be on. You got to be able to make the players better. Bob Marley has no game, none. Dude is
None.
bro.
He
I
terrible.
don't
Don't
think
even
I've
need to
ever
be
seen
a-
the best. I would take if it was a pickup game. I would be like, yo, give me Pinion. Don't give me Bob
Pinion.
Marley. Give me
Don't
Pinion.
give me him.
Give me Blake down on the end of the bench. I'll take anybody, but dude is bro. He out there don't even know where to go. They had to direct him one game like a couple games ago. They're like, fool.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what I supposed to do? Where I supposed to be? He was like,
Where
no,
I
you
supposed to be
over
at?
there.
Bruh.
Man, Bob
I'm telling
Marley's-
you.
bro. That boy, dude's sorry, man. He is so sorry. I'm sorry.
And it's like, I don't even want him as a practice player because that means we ain't getting no better in practice. Like, he gonna make us
You
worse.
you out here cooking on Bob Marley. All right. I bet.
Kim O'Gay said he a crash test dummy.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, we calling it like a TI is, man. Y'all watched the game today. Y'all know we ain't lying. When I seen that dude run around, I was like, ugh. Oh, my goodness.
I got one question for the 166 people in here. When
What
I
does it do?
said Pena should hit the portal, I want to know by pressing number 1 in the chat if you believe Joseph Pena should hit the portal. If you don't think he should hit the portal, put 0. I'm going to give you a couple minutes because I know y'all be kind of a little behind a little bit. But I want to know 1 for hit the portal, 0 for don't hit the portal.
Hey, man, hit the portal. I mean, it really, truth be told, man, it need to be some ones behind half of the people on there, man. Really, what you say? It's like Trevon Mark with a bunch of scrubs. That's what the team look like.
This is an interesting.
Hey, Camo Gang said Wampa Cats. Hey, remember when we said that? That's hilarious. Y'all don't forget nothing. But you know who else don't forget nothing? Me. When we was talking that stuff about Pena and everybody came to his defense. All y'all putting them ones in there. Keep it real. Was y'all like that when we first said it?
Nope.
No.
It's some zeros in here though. Paper Player got a whole bunch of zeros, man. That dude, come on now. Stephen Brimley, come on, man. Unbiased, you tripping. Tim Nash,
Yeah, man.
we got a 0. Scott Tidwell, we got a 0.
Oh,
We got some zeros in the building. We got Boss Hog. Now I don't know which Boss Hog this is, because we got 2 Boss Hogs. See, now this is the OG Boss Hog right here. I see it because he a member. So
yeah,
we got 2 Boss Hogs. So I be confused. But now I can tell them apart simply by 1 Boss Hog is a member, 1 Boss Hog is not, and also their name's just a little bit different. But 1 says go, 1 says stay. But I see a lot of 1s. Y'all
I
see
see a lot of ones.
There's a lot
Hey,
of
the most
1s in there.
concerning 0 I see is my boy Woo Pig Double O. I hope you ready to call in. You better, as soon as that pig pen open, you gonna have to explain yourself, dog.
Yeah, you got a couple for the congregation on that one.
Right,
bruh, I'm telling you, because this. Okay, so me and OD talking during the game, and I'm like, I can't really just put it on. Say Pinion was getting beat, but it was a lot of cats getting beat on basic plays, just like not even like nobody doing no heck of a, you know what I'm saying, combinations or nothing. They doing like the one step, like just head faking and getting beat with the lay. I said, God dog, y'all going for them type of fakes? That's terrible defense. Terrible.
100%. It was just bad, man. I mean, the dude, the 7-footer was out there just bussing. He was just
Bruh.
Oh my goodness, he had a career game on us. Oh my goodness, he made Mitchell look like a YMCA captain.
I got next.
Hey, but moving on. I got a question that I put in the chat, man. We gonna talk about it. Did Makhi Mitchell actions toward Muss say that Muss has lost the team? What say you, man? Either whoever want to go first.
Deezy?
Absolutely. Hold on, did I freeze up? Can y'all see
You
me?
did freeze up. Say it again.
Yeah.
I said absolutely. I think, and you know what's crazy? I don't even think this is the first sign that Muss has lost all respect in that locker room. I think back when, who was the first person this season to go off on Muss? It might have been Devo. It might have been even before that. But it just seemed like all season we've been getting these player-on-coach altercations. And I done played sports my whole life. I have never went off on the coach. My coach could have been dead wrong, called me out on the worst thing. I'd be mad, but I kept it to myself because I had respect for that man. I have never seen nothing like this. And the only time I have seen it is when I saw other teams that was dysfunctional. So I don't know how or why, but for some reason these players just not catching on to what Muss saying, and it's showing.
So, I mean, just to catch everybody up. Now, what OD is talking about, if y'all watch the game, I think they kind of brought it out too. But it was on a play where Twinkle Toes gets the defensive rebound, and he's right in the middle of the key of the paint, and he turns around, and really he don't even know who to throw it to, because as we've been saying, there is no clear cut guy that's going to be your go to. Hey man, look for me, and we're gonna run this thing up the court. We're gonna run this fast break, and he ends up just making a bad IQ play and throws the ball to no one. There was no reason for him. I mean, he could have let the defense just get out of his way, and just because everybody had turned, he didn't see nothing but numbers, the backs of people's jersey. There was no one face guarding him. There was no one even trying to, steal the ball from him. But he makes a terrible, terrible low IQ play and throws the ball out of bounds on a rebound from the middle of in the paint. And so Muss, visibly frustrated, on the turnover, they call timeout, and Muss is visibly frustrated, and Mitchell got something to say. He started talking, kind of chomping at him, and they act like they had to get in between him, like he was gonna run up on him. Look, I text and I was like, look here, man. First off, that's a terrible, terrible low IQ play. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who to throw it to, what do? You got 10 seconds. Change of possession. You got 10 seconds. So what do? Let the defense clear. They weren't even really pressing you anyway. Let the defense clear. Somebody is going to front you so you can give them the ball. But you in a hurry. That's just, to me, that was just a low IQ play. What y'all think?
To answer the question, I mean, it's like a two-part question at this point now. One, I don't think Twinkle Toes was in the wrong. I think Minifield was in the wrong. You the point guard. You're supposed to go get the ball. You're supposed to present yourself in a position to take the pass. The big man, you are trained to get the ball to your point guard. So if he would have actually been looking,
was on the side. I feel like it was too quick, because as soon as he got the rebound, he threw it.
But he wasn't even looking.
He wasn't even looking at him. He was looking to the other side.
Yeah.
And so I don't really think it was a bad play. I think it was Minifield not putting himself in a position to receive the pass.
Yeah.
So now, the question on the table was, did Makhi Mitchell actions toward Muss say he has lost the team? I'm going to say without a shadow of a doubt, yes. You got players quitting. You got Mitchell going at you in the middle of the game. Now, it could be nothing. It could be. But I don't think so. Because they said, him and Devo got into it. Hey, it almost came to blows. That's what they say. That's word on the street. So if you got players out here quitting on you in the middle of the season, players going at you in the middle of the game. Y'all remember when Robert Horry threw a towel in Danny Ainge's face?
Yup.
Danny Ainge didn't make it. He didn't make it the rest of the season. Man, when your players don't want you, when your players out there just really done quit, hey, it's over, bro. It's over.
Yeah.
Now,
but I'm gonna say this though. I got a question off your question, just a real quick side question. So, in that case, let's say like you just compared it to Robert Horry, would you, if you was the AD, would you replace the coach or wait for the coach to replace the players? Because I'd rather have Muss and drop the whole team.
At this point, man, I'm willing to drop everybody on this team. Every last one of them. Only person I'm going to keep is Blocker. The rest of them can go. Every last one of them. If you can come back next year, the answer is no. Hit the portal. We taking your scholarship.
Yeah, it's a contract.
If your name is not last name not Blocker, I can replace all the rest of y'all. Mark, if you want to come back, all right, cool. You can score. We know you can score 20 points. The rest of y'all, man, I can't rely on you to get me 5 consistently. Graham can ball. I kind of like Bacchiotomy. He actually is pretty good down low. And I think him and Mitchell play really good together because they pass the ball to each other. Matter of fact, between them, they probably had 6-7 assists just between those two players. So the bigs on our team pass better than the doggone point guards. So to answer your question, DZ, I am going to bring Muss back. Yeah, I'm definitely bringing Muss back.
Well,
They can get rid of the whole team.
Well, I do want to tell you this. Graham, he only had 1 assist this game, bro. Mitchell had 4. So
we only
Graham
had,
really
10, 12?
Overall, as a team, we had 10 assists.
That's 5 assists.
Blocker had 3, and Mitchell had 4. So that's 7 of them right there. Then everybody else only had 1. Davenport, Minifield, and Graham had 1 each. So, I agree that this team is really not playing as a team because, so many times what we've been seeing is a player gets the ball, and I can't really just say one specific player because several of them do. We struggle in the half-court offense, passing the ball. Whenever we are passing the ball around or trying to, run some type of play, they get caught watching. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of motion. It's like they're trying to play 4 corners or something like that. And then when player X gets the ball, what do they do? They drop their head down like this, and boom, they just run. It's layup or bust, and that's you're not going to be successful like that. We saw several plays today where, as a point guard or as a ball handler, when you make that move and they're collapsing on you, you have open options. They not even looking for the open players. I was like, man, these dudes ain't gonna win no game. They're not gonna win because they ain't looking for the open. Pinion was open, I know 3 or 4 times. Give him a shot. Let him shoot the 3. He open.
Hey, if Mark got the ball, you already know it ain't happening.
It ain't gonna happen.
Hey man, shout out to my guy Boss Hog, man. Boss Hog, hey,
the real Boss Hog.
You gotta come in because you've been MIA for a while, man.
He been with them grandbabies.
Muss is a must
kids
keep,
to sleep,
man. And we got Hatch in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. I say you get Blocker, and maybe he said I saw you get Blocker and Mark back, and build. I know. Okay, I say you get Blocker and Mark back, and build around them too.
Oh
okay.
Yeah, I got you.
I agree. But this is the problem, right? And I'm gonna go see if I can find a comment from my guy Dre. Here it is here. Why can't we recruit a big? We get killed by good post players year after year.
Man, it's really crazy.
We really ain't had a big man since Muss has been here. It's like he don't want big guy. We had big 7'5" dude, but he was
terrible.
He was terrible.
He was terrible.
He out there shooting 3 points like he's 6'1".
You talking about Connor Vanover?
Yeah,
really?
Connor Vanover.
Really?
Well, we ain't had a real big that's just like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Just like old boy from Auburn. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do his thing. That's a good question, Dr. Dre. He just don't ever go get him. I had info that the 6'11" dude that played for Mississippi State, they handed to Muss on the platter.
Muss turned it down. Play. Now he out here busting us up.
Yeah, boy, averaging 17 points a game.
I wish I could find this tweet. I'm gonna find this tweet. It had everybody who was eligible to come back next year. Man.
Longshank said Jay Will. Jay Will really wasn't no big. He was like a little big. He's 6'10", but he still play. He don't play big.
He played more of a. I call him a 4 player. He was a hybrid 4. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to guard the big, but he played the 4 or 5 position. But now since they done changed the rules on these charges, man, ain't nobody taking no charges no more.
Disappeared.
It disappeared. Yep.
I got one more question, man. One more question. I actually want to circle back to that charging thing, but Do you guys think Musselman can bounce back, or is this the beginning of the end?
I say this: can he bounce back this season?
No. This year done.
Okay.
We talking about next year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. I think the only true problem this year, I mean, even though offense and defense was a problem, the biggest problem this year was the offense. You can't bring in all these guys who are supposed scorers and not have a legit system based off of their strengths. I mean, when I look at our offense, bro, if y'all go back and look at LSU, the way they ran versus us offensively, it was night and day. I texted y'all in the middle of the game like, we can't practice offense in practice. It's no way. There's no way. It's nothing going on. One person get the ball, everybody else standing around looking. Bro, LSU, they got people moving nonstop. I'm like,
motion.
Why can't we do that? What's stopping us? So I think Muss can definitely bounce back. And I think, as a matter of fact, this year might make us better, hopefully. If Muss is the coach we think he is, this year should make him a lot better.
Now, for me, can he? Yes. Will he? It's almost a better question as does he want to? You know, I've been telling y'all that, Muss got a shelf life. So, you know what I'm saying? His expiration date, man, is really here. So if, some chips fall where they may, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, man, I'm finna get on down. Y'all can see what y'all can do with that. So then we'll be stuck with, hopefully most of these players, get in the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? But can he? I think he can. For me, the better question is, does he want to?
That is a good question. And I don't think he want to. I think, I mean, I can't really speak for Mussleman. I can't really say what I think. But word on the street, man, is saying that my guy is trying to get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when the streets be talking out here, since we've been doing this podcast, when the streets start talking, hey, man, the streets be right a lot. They be right a lot, man.
And what y'all, bro, and what they don't really, and this is the funny thing, what we telling y'all, when we tell y'all the streets be talking, we make a decision on some of the stuff that we even bring out. Some of the stuff we don't even bring out, that we be like, dang, that really did happen. And we didn't even say it. So, where there's smoke, man, I'm telling you, it may not be a full-blown fire, but it's smoldering. It's smoldering. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, OD tells you, man, the streets talking, man. Dude trying to get on down.
Absolutely, 100%, man. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like button. We got over 200 people in here. We got 83 likes. Close
Come
out
on,
the chat
man.
for a second. Hit the like button for us. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Before we open it up to everybody, man, we got to shout out our sponsors, man.
Yes, sir. So, we got to shout out our newest sponsor of the Woo Pig Podcast, Insurance Max. Experience peace of mind with Insurance Max, your one-stop solution for home, auto, and commercial insurance statewide. Don't wait. Call today for free, no obligation quote. Secure your future with Insurance Max, where protection meets affordability. Dial now and safeguard what really matters most. Hit those guys up at Insurance Max at 870-534-2823. And then, as y'all know, we got to shout out our guys in Northwest Arkansas, 3M Electric, the official sponsor of the Woo Pig Podcast. Serving Northwest Arkansas, they're your trusted commercial and residential electric contractor. As an SDV OSB, they're dependable and reliable with no job too big or too small. So when it comes to your electrical needs, contact 3M 479-408-9865. Let them know you heard it right here on the Woo Pig Pod, baby. You know how we do.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And man, we got somebody in the building with us already, man.
Who that is?
Tapped in.
Oh my God.
Unbiased.
Here we go. What's up, gentlemen?
What
How
up,
y'all
family?
doing today?
Hey man,
Bruh,
Man,
it's a tough day to be a
the
hog.
streets is-
again.
The streets is trying to make me age. That's what when y'all say the streets is talking. The streets is trying to put me in a state of depression. Okay, that's what the streets is trying to do to me. And based on what you're saying the whole team need to be like these boxes. They need to get packed up and shipped out.
Shipped out. You know what I'm saying? On the first
At
thing
least
smoking.
At least 10 of them.
You know, I saw the who's eligible, who's not. There's a total of, I think, 8 players that could possibly be able to return next year. But let's just talk about the game. I went back and watched some of the game after because I was like really set on trying to watch the game. I had a rough night last night at work. I didn't get home until like 7:30 Eastern. So I was like, I got to get up at 12. I got to get up at 12. And I woke up to Ty's thumbnail saying, Hogs smoked. So I was like, oh, God. So I looked at the stats, and the stats told me everything I needed to know. And y'all were asking some questions, so I'm going to answer them, so I got a chance to join you, gentlemen. It's everybody's fault in regards to the Razorbacks basketball organization. Players, staff. It's all their faults. I see a team that can't score but don't have the defensive capability to keep them in the game like previous teams. And Muss is not an offensive coach. This year, he swung and missed in the portal based on his coaching style. And I said this earlier, and I'm going to say this again. Unfortunately, and it's no shot to the players, just being honest. He recruited mostly losers. And it ain't they're losers in the sense that they're just some losers. They just played on teams that did not win, so they did not know how to win. And then they didn't have the defensive prowess of the past players that he brought in. The only player that I see that he brought in that can consistently perform on the level is Mark. Chandler, a little bit, but everybody else were high-scoring guys on bad teams and did not know how to win.
Hey, you won't get. We actually said that on one of our other podcasts that most of these guys came from losing programs. Every last one of them. I mean, Ellis was on like a team that was 4-21 or 4-17.
They were the worst team They were the worst team in the power conferences.
Yeah,
the worst team.
Yeah,
and
it was trash.
And Battle, Battle was Devo last year for Temple. He left it before the season was done.
Wow.
And they wouldn't have success. They would. I don't know why, but they wasn't a winning program. So it looked good on paper. We looked good on paper, but with the fact that Coach Muss offensively is deficient to some degree, because if you notice when we're playing other teams, they have offensive fluidity that we don't have because we don't have the sets that they run. He gives the players a lot of freedom. He runs minimal sets. And when you have a team that's disjointed like this team, the lack of the offensive continuity is exposed even further. It's not too much more to it. Now, I don't want Muss to go. I've appreciated what Muss has brought us. He's brought us a lot of joy. But if he does make that decision, he makes that decision. I don't anticipate it, but if it does happen, it happens. But I think if Muss is here with us next year, I think I personally believe Muss will be here for another 3 or 4 years, and then he'll call it a wrap. But Muss has got to go back to what works for him because he's set in his ways. I don't think he's going to change his philosophy as a coach. Now, I think if he did, he probably could help this team out in a certain way, but he is who he is. He's a defensive coach. This next upcoming year, when he goes into the portal, he's probably going to get guys that are defensively strong from programs that have winning. I don't think he's going to pull players just from losing programs unless they stand out clearly. So,
hey, I'm biased. Let me just touch on or just kind of put something out there in the air to you.
Sure.
It's becoming very obvious that the transfer portal is really the new trash pickup because if you think about it, most of your good quality players that are really, major contributors, they ain't jumping in the portal, bro. They really ain't. It's most of it are players that are, maybe aren't getting the playing time that they need or that they want, or aren't getting the the NIL that they feel like they deserve. They always got it's some reason why that you want to jump into the portal from a team that recruited you. You signed a letter of intent and you went there. You've been going to school there. You chose to go to this school, and now you get in the portal. So, we've seen a lot of these kids that don't want to be or can't be coached. They don't like hard coaching. So I don't like the way you talking to me. And I you know what? And people telling them, dang, you ain't got to listen to that. You ain't got to let them talk to you like that. Y'all ain't got to be running no 5 miles. Y'all ain't got to be doing that, man. Just go to another school. Boom, they jumping in the portal. So the portal is just like where you inherit a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then, you really have to mine the portal to be able to get those good diamonds out of it.
I agree and disagree.
I'm with Deezy.
Only reason I say that is because it is. I think while that is true, I think majority of the players that hit the portal are guys that had some type of problem to where they didn't want to fight through it at the team they were at. But on the other side, I want to say this. We're Arkansas. And I don't mean that as far as like place or school or nothing like that. I mean that by saying because of the losing football product we saw, because of the losing basketball product we saw, that's all we can think at this point. It's a lot of other teams. LSU had plenty players that played on the court tonight and played great from the portal. We got the short end of the stick. I think that's really the bigger problem that we truly can't see because we love these Hogs so much. The portal has helped. Jaden Daniels was a sporting guy. He just won the Heisman. And I know that's another sport, but all I'm trying to say is I don't think the portal is all bad. It's just all bad for us. So far, we have not had any hits in the portal in neither of our two biggest sports. And I think that kind of sways our opinion of it a little bit.
I disagree with that.
Don't get me wrong. We definitely do get problems.
I disagree with that, DZ, because I'm about to prove what you just said absolutely false. We've had great success in the portal. In our opinion, Ricky Council, Tony.
Tony was the bomb.
Bro, what's the other guy that came from
Amude.
Indiana? Light-skinned cat.
Amude.
I can't think of Amude. We had
Stanley Amude.
so many players.
But we wasn't complaining about the portal last year. That's what I'm saying. This year, it's all of a sudden all the Hog fans like we hate the portal. But when we was winning with it, it was a whole nother song.
But the reason why they hate the portal this year because the portal grabs this year didn't fit the coach. He went outside of the box this year in the portal because he heard what everybody was saying. We need shooting. We need to get, there's certain things that we need to get. I think that's where he showed some flexibility and it backfired on him because these players are not must type players. If you really think about it and look at the players he brought in, they're not must type players. They're not. These Tony is a guy that was wanting to do anything on the court. Justice Smith, that's who you was talking about. That came from Indiana, wanted to do anything on the court. These were graduate transfers who had already finished their career pretty much and they had an extra year eligibility. So they just wanted to play ball and play on a winning team. And they came out and was wanting to do anything on the court. And they played hard defense.
They was dogs though. Come on, unbiased. We talking about them cats was dogs.
But that's you're basically making my point. This year, outside of Tremont Mark, because Tremont Mark, you can tell if he doesn't perform, we're completely done for. He came from a winning program and he's a dog. Pretty much everybody else, they don't fit the must mold. He went outside of the box and then unfortunately backfired on him. He should have been recruiting tough-minded guys, regardless if they're great scorers or not, because he's not as flexible offensively, for him to be successful, he needs a team that's strong defensively. He didn't get the strong defensive players this year. I think he was banking on Trevor Brazile to be as good, to live up to his potential. to have Devo perform like he performed in the previous years. Unfortunately, they did not. And then you bring in guys who are offensively minded first with really weekend defense. Like Menifield's a great player. Don't get it twisted. He's a great player. But in the Pac-12, he's not playing 6'5" guards all the time. He's playing smaller guards on the Pac-12. So when you got big guards that can be physical with him, they can sometimes effectively take him out the game. So the fact that it didn't have the right leadership, didn't have the right players that fit Coach Muss's coaching style, it just turned into a disaster. It turned into a snowball effect. But the portal giveth and the portal taketh away. It's good and bad at the same time. We've had a lot of good this year. Unfortunately, it's mostly bad.
I got a question for y'all though, because we so quick to say these guys is just scrubs and all of this and that, and I half-heartedly agree. But y'all know I'm always in the middle with everything. I just want to ask y'all this: do y'all think every coach, every great top coach that was must tier or higher would have struggled with this group of guys? Or do y'all feel like there is a coach with an offensive system good enough to where they could have found a way to make this? Because on one end, I do agree. Like, these guys don't got no heart. But then when I think about skill and some of the teams we have beat and how we look versus Purdue, I think if we just had a good enough game plan with these guys, we have a different season. Like, I got to put a little bit on Muss.
But that's why I put it on Muss some degree, because offensively he is very bullheaded, and it shows sometimes. You know, again, I can't hold a candle to none of these coaches, but I do understand basketball. I coach basketball, and I see offensively the same things we've always seen throughout the two coaches' Muss tenure. The difference is this team doesn't have the defensive prowess. So would other coaches possibly be able to do better with this team? Possibly, but it's all about the structure and the template on how the coach operates. And the template for Coach Muss is strong defense and freedom offensively. The problem is with this team, they don't have strong defense, and when you don't have strong defense and you letting them run free offensively, then you got basically a muck, because a lot of times when you play bad on the defensive end, it's going to affect you offensively as well. So it was just
So what's worse? Muss not having an offensive game plan, or the players he got out of the portal? I want to hear that from everybody. Like, what is the bigger problem? Muss not having an offense, or the players?
The players he got out of the portal. You don't want to know why I say that? If he didn't have the success he had, it would be the game plan. I do have some problems with the game plan I've always had, and I got pushed back about it because I've always felt that he needed to have more structure in the offense. Because if you look at like a UConn offense, it's a certain type of structure, a certain type of ball movement with the double screening and all that, that it's going to have some type of continuity and an understanding where the players have to be positioning offensively. We don't have that because that's not the type of coach Muss is. But because of the success he's had having strong defensive teams, they could gut out victories and find ways to win offensively because they could keep other teams at bay. This team can't. So it tells me that he did not get the players that fit his scheme to execute good defense to keep them in games. That's why we're losing by 20, because offensively we're not sound, because defensively we're really, really bad. LSU shot 54% from the field and 52% from three. 52% from three-point land. Unless you got a Kentucky or Alabama offense, you can't even come close to overcoming that. And we've had moments where we would put up some points offensively, but we've never really been a high-end offensive team. We've always been a strong defensive team that had spurt ability offensively.
All right, so ask that question again. I forgot the question.
Sorry,
they saying my audio low. My bad. But basically, what's the bigger problem? Muss not having an offense, or the players he recruited out of the portal?
I'm gonna go with Mussleman's inability to coach offense. It ain't these players. It ain't these players. You think Ellis forgot how to score the ball? He led JUCO entire JUCO in scoring. He goes to Louisville, and he averages 17 points a game. The point is this: these guys had abilities before they came to the University of Arkansas, and you don't see them. Anybody that will give Najee Harris a scholarship has to be blamed. Point blank,
Facts.
period. You cannot give Najee Harris a scholarship. No way, shape, form, or fashion. You can't give Bay Fall a scholarship, a McDonald's All-American, and he never sees the court. Never. You can't have a sharpshooter like Pinion and not have one single play to run him off of a beautiful screen to get open. You have nothing for him. Nothing. How can you expect these kids to be great or to do anything good when you have nothing for them? Everybody, you got to get it how you live. That's the new name of Musselman's offense. Get it how you live. If you can't get your own shot, you gonna die. You gonna die because he's not drawing up anything for nobody. Battle can get his own shot. It may not go in, but he can get his own shot. Tremont Mark can get his own shot. It'll probably go in, but he ain't passing to nobody. You gotta get it how you live because Musselman ain't drawing up nothing.
But look here, OD.
Well, go for it.
Hold on now.
What I said, I'm putting it on Musselman.
But here, I understand what you're saying. You my boy, but sometimes you be talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Hey, man,
because
I said what I said.
Hey, I understand, but I'm gonna call you on it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be talking out of both sides of your mouth because you just talking about Ellis being able to get his own shot, but then you flip and call him the turnover king.
Yeah, he is.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, but then you say
two things can be right at the same time.
Get him.
Nope, two things can be right
but
at
I'm
the
just
same
saying.
time.
But I mean, we gonna have to live. You got to live with that though. So I understand. For me, I feel like yes, Musselman has got to run some type of offense. I mean, it's playground rules out here. I mean, I haven't really seen many structured sets offensively. I mean, it's almost like we playing that. Well, like we was playing at War Memorial. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Get open and see what you got. I'm gonna let you work out, and that's what he's been relying on. And now, when you give the players that type of freedom, they start being, you know, like you say, turning the ball over, shooting ill-advised shots, and then you sitting them down. It's just a compounding of an issue. So I ain't gonna let you just get away with saying that. I'm gonna call you out with you know what I'm saying, with your hypocritical thoughts.
That is not hypocritical. When I say,
bro, what you said, man.
Yeah, he is a turnover king. I said it before the season started. Go back and it's all on tape.
I know you said that.
But what I'm saying is he may be the turnover king, but one thing we do know is the boy can score the ball. You ain't averaging 17. I mean, he was the best person on the sorry team, so he averaged 17 points. But his entire career, he has been a scorer. But then you bring him here and you want him to be a point guard? Bro, no, that ain't what I've been doing. Let me score the ball. Let me shoot the ball. I averaged 17 points last year. Now I come to the University of Arkansas and I average 5? Where they do that at? I averaged more points than that. In the year before, I averaged 8 points. But I can only get 5 here. I average 17 points, but I'm on the bench. Battle, average 17 points on the bench. Come on. It can't be.
But here's the deal, OD.
When we all see the same thing, there is no offense. None
listen
whatsoever.
To me. I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm picking apart what you're saying. You saying that these guys are getting these shots, but they missing them here. If you look at it overall, if they were making all of these bullseye shots that they taking, they might be averaging 17. They might just average 17. But watching these cats shoot the ball, I be like, ugh. It's like Brewer shooting. You be like, hey man, don't shoot that.
Hey, so I just brought some people.
Tell
up,
me that.
and I'm getting feedback. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna mute y'all one by one so I figure out who it is. Keep talking, G.
But I'm just saying. So that's what I'm telling you. You can't. I mean, it's like you want it to be one specific way, and it can't be that way, bro. If they shooting the rock, but they missing these shots, yeah, he ain't forgot how to score, but why he keep missing all these open jumpers?
Maybe he missing out those open shots because I don't see no clear ones to take because ain't no offensive scheme.
You got to get it how you live out here.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, say that. Don't say, oh man, is I mean, he done, he ain't forgot how to score. Well, he can't make no shot. If you say he can get his own shot, Jordan could get his own shot. Guess what? Hey man, he gonna make a move. He gonna pull up in a shot that's comfortable in his zone that he feel comfortable he can make. So you mean to tell me if you saying that these cats can get their own shots, then they should be getting into their sweet spot.
Let me ask you this.
And they not doing that either.
G,
What you mean?
Can Battle get his own shot? Yes or no? No explanation. Yes or no?
Yeah, I believe he could.
Can Tremont Mark get his own shot?
Yes.
How about L. Ellis?
Yeah. Any ball player can get their own shot.
Nah. Pinion can't get his own
What kind
shot.
of question is that? Well, okay, touche. You right.
Shot.
You right. I said I spoke. I mean,
Davenport can't get his own shot. Box, make it make sense, man. I need to hear from you.
Everybody is not equipped to get their own shot. Period. You got sometimes you got a Steve Kerr, sometimes you got a Michael Jordan. It's Musk's job to make their shots easier to get, but you got to run an offense to do that. When I look at Musk, I look at Dan Quinn going to the Washington Redskins. They finna draft the quarterback, so you draft a defensive coach to try to help a quarterback. Musk is a defensive coach with no offensive scheme. And how many times this year we gonna sit here on this podcast and say Musk done got out-coached? At some point, we gotta start believing it. At some point, we gotta start saying, you know what? Maybe Musk ain't the coach we thought he was. Because when JD Note was there, he had a team full of defensive players, and JD Note got his own shot. Last year, he had a team full of defensive players, and everybody got their own shot. Well, now he got a full team of offensive players, and he can't coach offense to get them easier shots. Because sometimes, if you ain't got no offensive rhythm, the pass is harder, the shot is harder. You ain't running no schemes. So you got to run an offensive scheme to make everything easier for them offensive players. Because them same players that was getting 30 this year, they ain't learned how to score.
Nope. Not at all. Hey, we got Tim. I ain't even try to pronounce your last name. We got Tim in the building. We can't really see his face. Tim, you there?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Yeah,
man.
what
How
up?
you doing tonight?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to stop by and just give you guys some love, man.
Hey, we appreciate it. But while you here giving us love, I'm going to ask you the question. Whose fault is it? The players or the system?
It's the system, man. We have all the talent in the world. It's the system.
Why do you say it's the system?
Muss, all he cares about is defense. He don't care about scoring. He don't care about offense.
So, I mean, if we look at the last few years of Eric Musselman of the Razorbacks, we always had a player that could kind of get us a bucket. Last year, it was Ricky Council. Ricky Council, in a pinch, he could get us a bucket. Before him, the previous 2 years, it was JD Note that could get us a bucket. Before him, it was Mason Jones, and we had the other guy that plays for the Oklahoma. I forgot his name. Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe really couldn't get his own shot though, so he had to rely on Mason Jones to really create to help him get a shot. So if you look at every team we've had since Musselman has been here, he's always had one player that could go get a bucket. It's the get it how you live offense. No, he is not creating offense for role players like Pinion and Twinkle Toes and anybody who can't produce their own shot. You will die in a University of Arkansas uniform. I am saying it right now.
Hey,
Now, unbiased.
Taking me to school, OD.
What'd you say?
I said, you taking me to school, OD.
Hey,
Hey,
man,
let me-
I'm just
let me-
putting it out there. Unbiased is disagreeing
not.
with me. Unbiased. Go ahead and get yourself off. I want to hear you, Unbiased. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
We have more players that can create their own shots this year than any other year. What has it got us?
What you mean? We got Tremont Mark who don't pass. I love him. He can score the ball, but he don't pass.
You're proving my point as you talk. We have more players that can create their own shot this year than we've had in any other year. But the problem is they don't have any defensive soundness to them. So, yes, it is the system's fault, but it's the players' fault as well, executing as well. But but that's why Musk gets blamed, because he tried to fit a square peg in a round hole. He brought in a bunch of guys that could create their own shots, but them guys couldn't stop anybody else from creating a damn shot.
Hey,
Hey,
let me disprove that real quick though, because you know how you make offensive players play defense? You get them buckets. You know how after you get a bucket, you be the first one down the court? That's what you got to do. You got to get them boys some buckets. Like, defense is an effort thing. Defense is a want-to thing. We all know this team not defensive, but I promise you, if we were scoring how we could score with an offensive system, I bet them boys would be a lot more willing to play some defense. That's my argument.
Hey, y'all know what made y'all know what made Nolan so great? He took an offensive Clint McDaniel and made him a defensive player, but still didn't compromise his offense.
That's my dog right there. Clint McDaniel's my dog.
He was an offensive player in high school. Nolan Richardson made him a defensive stopper, but he didn't compromise his offense because he had assistant coaches to coach offense if he didn't know nothing about it. When Muss lost Gus, Muss offensive scheme just left with it.
Hold up. Y'all was disagreeing with me about the loss of Gus about 4 episodes ago. I said
I ain't never disagreed with you. First off,
No, not you, Box, not you, Box.
OD, can you make a poll? OD, can you please make a poll? I want to hear what the people's feeling.
What's the poll?
Just on is it our offensive system or is it the players?
Yeah, but we don't have an offensive system.
And put
How you
both
gonna
as a
make a-
third choice.
Exactly, Box.
How you gonna make a
with you.
poll when we don't have an offensive system? He ain't never had one.
Okay. All right, hold on.
So you
I
already
agree.
So let me say this first. I had a poll I put up a minute ago. Would you be upset if Muss moved on? 54% says yes. 46% says no. Hey, man. Hey.
Y'all tripping.
Hey,
Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all forgetting 25 years
votes.
beforehand? Are we forgetting
Hey.
what we went through for 25 years?
I'm biased.
I'm just saying.
For 25 years, there was no portal. It was no NIL.
That was true.
For 25 years, there was nothing there. So that changed
Hold up,
the
the
whole
first year
ball
coach-
game.
Hold up, the first year coach must won. The portal wasn't heavy like that. Remember, Note had to sit out a year.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey,
Stop
who-
the madness,
hey,
Box.
Hey, wait a minute. Who was his first set of players when he first came?
Mason Jones and Isaiah Joe.
He didn't need no portal. He had them.
Yeah, they was already there.
The year after that.
That's when the portal kicked off.
Yeah, that's when the portal started.
I still think you're tripping, though. I still think
How?
you're tripping. I still think you're tripping. 46% of the people saying, "Oh, I'm fine with Musk leaving," like we just had success with all these coaches
Bro.
for all these years. Like it's no big deal. It is a big deal.
Bro, he had the conference co-player of the year, Mason Jones. He didn't need no portal. What are
What
you
about
talking
the year
about?
after that?
He had the portal. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He had JD Note after that. So what are you talking about?
He went and got JD Note.
So hold up. Did he?
That was the portal.
Box.
That
You
was
won't stand
in
Heath
the
again, don't
portal.
you? You won't stand. Box
That was
wants
in
us
the
to get another
portal.
Stan Heath. Box won't
Bro,
stand
you
Heath
ain't,
again.
hey, you ain't making no sense tonight. I'm done talking to you.
How about
Move
that
on.
making no sense? We were at 25 years of losing, and you want to just put it all on the portal as a reason why Muss was successful. It ain't just the portal why Muss was successful. Come on, Box.
This is the perfect.
You far limited than him.
OD, this is the perfect time for super trash. Just tell you like it is.
25 years of sucking it and not getting past the second round, and we just want to say, okay, Muss leagues is no big deal.
The portal changes
I can't
everything.
agree with that. I can't agree with that.
The portal changes everything. So you can sit here and be in your own little world tonight, bro, because I was on your side, but this subject, you on your own.
I'm gonna be on my own. That's okay. But I'm sorry. You act like Muss is Muss coach is a dime a dozen or something.
Wait a minute.
You want Pelfrey? You want Pelfrey and Stan Heath again. That's what you want, Box.
I'm biased. I know what it is. You made more sense when you had your truck driver earphones on. You ain't got them on tonight, so that's your problem.
I put it back on for you, Box.
Box crazy.
I can't stand you, Box. I love you. I can't stand you. But I do think it's premature to think it's no big deal if Muss moves on. I mean, can we be able to get another coach to be successful? Yes, because our program is attractive and built up. But bro, it ain't a foregone conclusion, bro. It ain't a foregone conclusion.
Guess how many great mid-measures go in the portal every year that you can give them $300,000, they're gonna come play. The portal changed all that. So yes, we can be successful without Muss. Because guess what?
We can. But it's a risk.
I'm gonna say this real quick, just to bring up a point. Arkansas played a team this year, a mid-major team. They had 15 assists. We had 7. They had 8 steals. We had 4. They had 10 turnovers. We had 13.
Secret.
They had 36 rebounds. We had 34. They shot 48% from the field. They shot 37% from the three-point line. We lost to a team that looked like they were far superior than we were. They murdered us. They had great offense, backdoor cuts, dudes getting open. We like, who is this? Who is this team? UNC Greensboro beat the brakes off us.
Hey, is that coaching OD or the portal?
That's coaching. Them dudes, they look good. They look good. And we didn't have we had we probably had better players. But on the court that night, they had a scheme and they offense looked so good. Players was getting open shots. They was backdooring us. I'm like, bruh, how is it that this team, Greensboro, who is not even the best team in their division, if you go look at their division, they like, I want to say they either 2 or 3 beat the University of Arkansas. But y'all scared. Y'all scared that Musselman gonna leave us? I'm not gonna be a prisoner of Eric Musselman just because he got us to some Elite 8s, 2 of them in a Sweet 16, 3 16s in a row. Great, cool. We had something to cheer for. We really did. But are we satisfied with that?
No.
So why can't?
I want another chip.
Why are we scared?
I want DZ to experience what I experienced in 94, 95.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to know, what do we practice? That's my only question. Like, what does an Eric Musselman practice look like? What are we practicing? That's my biggest question. We suck at everything.
They already said that we practice against people off the street. We don't even practice against our own Second Street.
I can't stand
because
I can't.
But you think about that though. But look who at the end of the bench. That's who we practicing against. The cats that don't never play. That's who they. I mean, that's who they have to go up against every day.
It ain't even them. They said we getting people off the street along with them players.
Who said
Come
that?
on, Bob.
We not even practicing now. That unbiased, them facts. Because one game this year, we finally practiced against each other. One game, one time this year. So we
He said
need
they
practice
don't do
against our own
live
players.
practices. Okay, hold up.
Bro.
This is okay, Box. You're partially right, but they did not do. They didn't do a lot of practice, and they did mostly film study, and that could be a problem too. They should probably practice against each other more. They wasn't practicing at all.
We practice against scrubs and people off the bench, out the street. That's what was said. Because we wasn't,
They didn't
it
say
wouldn't be
that,
so big.
Box.
Hey, if it wasn't, it wouldn't be such a big deal when we heard it that we ain't practicing against our own players.
Box did not say they was practicing against people in the street, man. Come on, Box.
Wait, hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it around the horn. Who all said that? Who all heard that? We'll start with Greg with Big Sexy. Did you hear that?
I did hear that they were having fill-ins. I mean, I'm not going to say the whole team was just off the street, but they were having some. I mean, and I'm not going to just call them players off the street. They were basketball players. Now, not necessarily, D1, but I did hear that.
OD?
I never heard that.
DZ, I know you heard it. You want to bring it up?
Nah,
DZ?
so I'm trying to understand what is a must practice. I don't know.
He don't practice. He just play defense.
Yo, DZ, you got auto tune going on? It sound like you doing a Wheezy verse. You got auto tune in your vocals.
Ow.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, have y'all seen the movie Hoosiers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all told him he didn't. I mean, they just put the ball down. They didn't even run the offense. Just practice defense.
No.
But we
That's all
can't
he
be
did,
doing that
practice
because our defense terrible. We can't be doing that.
Yeah, must been doing that since he been there. Besides this year.
Well, we got the poll
Must.
results in, man. We got the poll results. 23% of people say it's Must's fault. 24% of people say it's the player's fault. But 53% say it is both.
Thank you, 53%, for having some sense.
Hold on.
Shout out
Say
to
that
y'all.
one more time. You said what? Say it one more time.
24% say it's Must's fault. 24% of the people said it's the player's fault. 53% said it's both.
It's both.
When is it gonna ever be Must's fault? Because everybody's so happy about these Elite Eights.
It's
When is it gonna
it's
ever be
Must's
Must's
fault
fault?
too. It's Must's fault too, but they gotta go out and execute as well. Come on, man. It ain't all on Must, but it's definitely on Must.
Bro, didn't nobody even want to blame it on Pippen this year. So who cared what everybody
Oh,
say?
quit playing with me.
Didn't
Quit
want to
playing
blame
with me.
Pippen this year.
Come on, Box. Stop it. We were all screaming
It's
bye Pittman, please.
Hey, Ellis scored 18 points a game last year. Battle scored the same
On a
thing.
bum team.
Wait
On
a
a
minute.
bum team, a team that won
It don't
4
matter.
games.
It don't matter. Hey, they did not learn. They did not learn.
Y'all
I'm
can't
biased.
talk over each other. One
I'm
person
biased.
can talk at a time.
Okay,
Nobody
I'm gonna
else
talk
can
and let
hear y'all.
unbiased talk.
Y'all
I'm
can keep
biased.
talking because nobody hears y'all because I muted y'all. Y'all cannot talk over each other, man. So I understand it's the barbershop, but this is a podcast, so people can't hear what y'all saying when you're talking over each other. So, Box, you got the floor right now, man.
I'm biased. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end this conversation. These guys just didn't mysteriously learn not how to shoot. But when is it the coach's fault that our offense is not running offensive plays? Explain that to me. We ain't ran one since Must been there. So when is it gonna ever be Must's fault? Is we so satisfied with Elite Eights that we can't never blame Must? I answer that question. Answer that question for me.
Box, I don't think you've listened to me. I blame Must for this. Must gets more blame than the players, but the players get blamed too. But he brought in the wrong type of players for the system that he has. I'm not giving Must a pass, but I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, it's 100% Must. Not when these guys are going effectively turning the ball over 5 times in a game, and you talking about he can score, but the guy turns it over 5 times in a game. With the guy missing layups. Must ain't missing layups, bro. Must is at fault because his offensively his schematics are not up to par for the team that he has. But at the end of the day,
mean,
the players have to execute, and they're not executing offensively or defensively.
But
what you gonna execute on offense? What are you gonna execute on offense? What
That's
offense
what
are you
we
gonna
saying.
execute?
We saying that me and Box hardly ever agree, but we saying the same thing. What are you going to execute? We don't have an offensive identity. We don't. It's just we get down to 8 seconds on the clock. Hey, Tremont, come get the ball, bounce it 4 more times, and try to get to the rim.
And shoot
the
that thing.
plan.
Hey, hold on 1 second, gentlemen. I hate to leave the barbershop before I get my hair cut, but I'm gonna try to pull back up in a minute, man. Box, I love you, and I hate you at the same time, but you're right about a lot of the stuff. But it's not all Muss, but Muss deserves a big brunt of the blame. That's what I'm saying. And I love you guys.
Man.
And all
Hey,
fans,
love you
keep
too,
your head
bro.
up.
Man, the barbershop popping tonight, man. I don't know what y'all
so
talking
is.
about. The barbershop.
Hey, can we stop talking about, Minifield? Every time Minifield has 13, 14 points, we think he the man. He's not.
Man, somebody in the chat said Minifield bench 125 pounds. That's his
Minifield Minifield.
Hey, that's the bar. That's the bar.
Hey,
Hey,
Minifield is not that guy. So please stop saying he that guy just because
Hey,
after
chill.
what's up, DC? You the one was
man.
loving it.
Yeah, I like Minifield better than Blocker. Blocker finally had a decent game. Now you gonna try to talk bad? No.
Blocker had the same game that they had against Missouri. Read the stats.
Minifield Bill like he should be on one of them commercials where they talk about, hey, just donate $5. You can feed a child. You can feed a child for just $5 a month.
Hey, man.
Nah, hey.
They talking about. They try to tell G Holmes to get a word in. Hey, man, sometime in the barbershop, man, I am enjoying the conversation, man. It's been a good one tonight. It's been a good one. I'm just saying, what I do, baby?
$5. Just donate $5. You can feed a child for a whole month. Hey, what's up? I'm just
Minifield,
saying.
my boy, man. I'm just saying. Minifield, my boy, but he do look like when you go to Jamaica
man.
with your family, he the one that cracked the coconuts open for you.
I've been there too.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, man, the barbershop is it's jumping in here tonight, man. So don't put your feelings on your sleeve.
Hey, you know, I'm just saying the box never get along, so this gonna be good.
I'm gonna quote the great Kenny Mayne once again to say, "A good craftsman never blames his tools." So I don't put none of the blame on the
That's
players.
bars.
We have plenty of talent. A lot of what's going on with this team, and like I told Tuss Ty earlier, I'm not saying fire Muss or anything ridiculous like that. You know what I mean? Yes, Muss is a good coach. We should keep him. But he is no Nolan Richardson. He still has much to learn before he can get to that level. And one of the things he has to learn is they done caught up with all that NBA analytics stuff he brought that gave him the edge in the first place. And that's for offense and defense. We still gave up 96 points to LSU tonight. The guy that went off, the big 7-foot guy from overseas that went off, he averaged 11 points a game. He almost scored 30 tonight on Arkansas. What was You know what I'm saying? And it's all about Muss over relying on analytics on both sides of the ball. And the guys brought up earlier, losing Gus Algernon did hurt them on offense. And that's true. He needs to replace those assistant coaches because, being a head coach in college, it's just like it is, in a football. You have to hire a good offense and defense coordinators, especially if that's not your area. If you don't bring that particular expertise to the table, hire somebody else who can bring that to the table, and then you can have a whole well-rounded program. And since Algernon left, obviously, the Hogs, offense have suffered. But some of the problems on defense, again, who you gonna put that on? Now, Keith Smart should know better. You know what I mean? He played under Bobby Knight. I know he knows how to play defense. All this stuff they're doing where they overplaying the guy to one side and then letting them drive all the way to the rim. I know he didn't learn that from Bobby Knight. So, Bus needs to just retool, give him some good assistance in the program and recoup for next year because this season is pretty much a wash.
So let me ask y'all this. I mean, we doing a lot of talk about Mussleman leaving, but is Mussleman really an attractive coach with what he's put out there on the court this year?
Not this year, but they're gonna look at everything.
They're gonna look at the body of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll look at that. That mean them 3 Sweet 16s, 2 back-to-back, 8 Elite 8s, they look good on a resume.
And his ability to recruit. I mean, we can say this a bad class all we want to, but any AD gonna look at that and be like, hey, he take his shirt off, he get the young kids pumped. We want that for our organization.
Hey, can I ask y'all something though? Since we talking about much recruiting, without Nick Smith, do y'all think we get Black or Walsh? Before I ask this question,
Say that one more time.
Without Nick Smith coming, do y'all think we get Black or Walsh?
Well, here's the thing, Box.
That's just gotta answer the question. Then you can go after I get to answer my question. Do y'all think we get Black or Walsh if we don't get Nick Smith? Then I'm gonna ask my question. Then you can go off.
If Arkansas had not, Nick Smith was originally committed or at least leaning towards Kentucky. When Kentucky flamed out in the first few rounds and Arkansas kept making them deep runs in the tournament, that's when he switched to come to Arkansas.
Yeah, but that's cool and dandy. But I just asked the question: if we don't get Nick Smith, do we get Black or Walsh? Forget all the other stuff. Do we get Black or Walsh if we don't get Nick Smith? We'll go with you, Greg. I just want a simple answer: yes or no. Right now.
I think we do.
How?
I think we do. I mean, just because I feel like we still can recruit that player. I don't think that. Let's get it twisted. I mean, let's not get it twisted. Snoop Dogg was a decent high school player that didn't pan out here. So coming out of high school, out of North Little Rock, he was in the top. I think it was in the top 10 recruits coming out of high school, but he just didn't pan out here. You know what I'm saying? So
he was hurt.
I don't think,
He was hurt. He got hurt.
But I don't care why he didn't. I'm just saying he wasn't. And I still think we still recruit those other players. I don't think, oh man, Nick Smith going there, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, that might have had a little something to do with it, but I still think we get those other players.
We don't. What about you, Odie?
I think good players want to play with good players. And
yeah,
just like we think about the Fab Five, one of the main guys wasn't going to Michigan. Chris Webber wasn't going to Michigan. He was going to Michigan State. But when they all started talking to each other, and they said, man, we can do something special at the University of Michigan if we all go. They all bought in. And they did something special, they just didn't win it. I think the same thing could be said of your scenario. Nick Smith probably did have something to do with all those players coming to the University of Arkansas. But does it matter at this point? Because they did absolutely nothing. Nick Smith did he even have any points in that Kansas game? No, I don't think he had no points.
I think he had 5.
He may have had 8.
I think he had 5. Yeah.
So
5 after that.
I mean, our very first YouTube video was on Nick Smith. We had to delete it because we was using some footage that we shouldn't have. But I won't say we. I am not a Nick Smith Jr. fan. he just did nothing for me on the. When I saw him on the basketball court, I was just like, man, he all right. But he ain't what everybody's saying he is. I mean, he was just okay. But when you compare on the court, Nick Smith Jr., who came to Arkansas, and another Arkansas guy who went to Kentucky, and I can't even think of his name. He played for Sacramento now. If you look at their college careers, y'all help me out with the name. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The guy played for Marcus Monk brother. Malik Monk. The career as a freshman, Malik Monk was a baller at Kentucky. Baller.
He wasn't hurt.
But if you say
he was a different player though.
Give me Malik Monk.
I take Monk all day.
We take him Monk
easily.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, because he was way more athletic. He could shoot the rock. What good can you say about Nick Smith? Nick Smith can't jump. He couldn't really shoot at Arkansas, and I say he was hurt, but man, he just did nothing. Nick Smith was a waste of $800,000. That's what Nick Smith was.
Hey, y'all know when Nick Smith, before he got hurt, I think he won. He might have won the McDonald's All-American Slam Dunk Contest.
Bruh. Man.
I mean,
Nick
we
Smith
talking about
was
what he
balling.
did while he
8 foot
was
goal.
here. When he was at Arkansas, he didn't do nothing for us.
Yeah, but he was already hurt. He checked out. But this is what I'm gonna say. Without that class, what high school class have Musk really recruited?
That's the best one he had.
Okay.
But it's hard to beat that class.
Yeah, but Musk ain't really recruited no good high school players nowhere.
He had a hand in recruiting Devo because Devo was committed to Oklahoma State. I think we had Jalen Williams. He helped kind of pull that class together. He did come in late, because Anderson was there, and that was right during the transition. But he did help pull that class together, and that was a solid class with KK, Jalen Williams, Devo, Moses Moody, and those guys. You got to give Musk credit. He did play a role in that.
Bro,
Anderson
didn't even want Devo.
Somebody, I put this comment up here from Walt Co. Act. Nick Smith Jr. is heating up in the NBA. Just hit a game winner.
Bruh.
Since January 17th, he has played over 12 minutes in every game. And I'm going to read them to you. 3 points, 5 points, no points, 8 points, 3 points, 10 points, 3 points, 6, 5, and 12. He where?
You know what his problem is?
Nothing.
You know what his problem is? He played behind LaMelo Ball.
Man.
Ain't nobody going to get no minutes.
Bro, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, the dude is only averaging, come on, man, 6.5 a game. Come on, man.
In 15
one
minutes.
and a half rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But averaging a turnover, one turnover a game. Man, he ain't heating up.
Well,
He
I'm
does
not
shoot
a Nick
almost
Smith
50%.
fan, by the way. I just don't think Musk
From
high school
3-point.
recruiting is on par as everybody think it is. That's all I'm saying.
But hey,
Yeah.
he got 2 All-Americans coming this year too, though. Well, next year I should say. So
Exactly.
if
Neither one of them is
Bayfall
McDonald's
can go-
All-Americans, though.
They not McDonald's All-Americans? Those
No,
2 guys
neither
he
one
got?
of them.
Okay.
Bayfall was a McDonald's All-American.
Bruh.
And
I don't see how.
Even Blocker.
Super trash.
Hey, I'm
Blocker was
biased.
a Mc-
I'm biased.
Blocker was a
That's where
McDonald's
you lost. That's where you lost OD at when you brought up Bayfall. You lost him completely for the rest
Blocker
of the
was not.
Okay.
Blocker was a 5-star at one time. And Bayfall was a McDonald's All-American. He played in the McDonald's
Yeah.
All-American.
Trash.
I
can't
watched that
put
game.
on-
I watched that McDonald's. I watched it just so I could see Bay fall. I was not impressed in that game. He wasn't even really getting on the court.
The game.
Hey, shout
So
out
again?
Chaz Estep because we forgot about Isaiah Joe and Moses Moody with some good recruits from us.
Bro, Isaiah Joe was coming regardless. He from down the street.
Wasn't Isaiah Joe already there?
Yes, Isaiah Joe
Was
and Mason Jones was already
Yeah,
there.
they both was.
Okay. Well, Moses Moody, my bad.
He from Arkansas, man. Most times, if you from Arkansas, you really gonna go to University of Arkansas.
Hold on just a second, man. Hold on, just 1 second, man. We've had consistently over 200 people in here, man. We ain't got but 127 likes. Do your boys a favor, man. Just close out the chat, hit the like button, and then open the chat right back up, man. We gonna still be here. Help your boys out, man. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your feet when you come in somebody's house, man.
Hey, they say I'm on auto-tune. Wipe your feet if you like what you see.
I just need y'all to get Nick Smith some. I just need y'all to get Nick Smith some credit. Even if you don't like him, the boy had game and he healthy now and he coming along. It's hard to get minutes behind LaMelo Ball. He ain't come off the floor.
He a hog, so I will look at this highlights. I mean, I don't really just hate Nick Smith like that, but I just ain't a fan. Great Britain said OD ain't making any sense about Nick Smith Jr. What did Nick Smith Jr. do? He missed like 60% of the year. How can you when we talking about Arkansas Razorback players, right? We talking about players that actually did something that gave us a great sense of, man, I love the fact that he's a Razorback. So 60% of the games you didn't see him last year. In the games you did see him, what did he do? Did he win?
Tell you what he did. Tell you what he did.
Please tell me.
He didn't quit. If you want to be honest with you, he didn't quit on the team. That's what he did.
Box. That's a good one.
That's what he didn't do.
He did not quit.
He didn't quit.
Hey, unbiased. I feel like not unbiased. I'm just saying I feel like we over talking you, man, because we got mics. But go ahead. What was you trying to say?
Well, one point I did want to make on the whole Nick Smith thing, because Box trying to frame this thing like, oh, Nick Smith is responsible for putting together that class. And the point I was trying to make was, yes, but Nick only came to Arkansas because of the success that Mussleman was having. Yes, he did bring in Jordan Walsh and Anthony Blacklake. That's true. But he wouldn't have came himself if Muss wasn't having the success he was having. And then to the point about, I don't know, I kind of forgot it, but, but Nick did quit. I mean, well, some people think that Nick quit on that team because of the knee injury situation. You know what I mean? A lot of fans felt like he wasn't that injured and that he, had that top pick status, that he didn't want to put it on the line and come out there and play with Arkansas. And so he kind of, was trying to protect his draft status rather than put it on the line for Arkansas. So, in all fairness, let's keep that in mind too.
Yeah, but he came back.
He did that.
Hey, unbiased. You know what I like? You know what I like unbiased?
That's not unbiased.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'll try to give a break. I'm just saying. You know what I like about you? I'm just saying. You would sit there and agree with me, but then say you ain't. That's what I love you. I agree with what Bob's saying, but y'all just cracks me up every time y'all talk about me. Honestly, I love y'all.
Like I always said about you, Box, you just like a clock. You can be right twice a day. Don't mean you right about anything.
Hey, unbiased. Box is right a lot. He don't talk unless he right. I don't give you the benefit of the doubt of proving me wrong.
And I give you that. You like I said, you're not bad with your analysis. It's just when you let your emotions get into it.
My emotions is I love the Razorbacks. That's my only emotion on this podcast. I love the Razorbacks.
Yeah. You know what I love?
My emotion will always get the best of me on this podcast because I love the Razorbacks. I ain't apologize to nobody about that.
No, I know that's not your Box because you don't love KJ and Devo.
Hey, let me tell you something, unbiased.
Sweet thing.
I ain't gonna say nothing after that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
We're gonna answer this one question, man. But you know what? We were so busy into the conversation, man. I forgot my guy Mello. Mello was in the green room, man. I forgot he was back there, man.
What up, Mello?
Bro, thank you, bro. I've been over here like, come on, put me in. Hey, man. Hey, no no Nick Smith slander around here, man. No Nick Smith slander, bro. No Nick Smith slander, bro. Like, bro, the other dude said, bro, if it weren't for Nick, man, we wouldn't even had all. No, I feel you. Nick ain't really give us nothing, man, but Nick was a factor, man. When he came back, man, he drew so much attention, man. So Nick gave us a little something, man. But this what I call for. Y'all got to get off my boy Muss, man. Muss
Why?
been doing the same thing for 4 years, man. And this squad, how long? Muss been doing the same thing for 4 years, and this squad come, and now Muss can't coach no more. That's what y'all saying.
We ain't saying Muss can't coach.
Muss can't coach no more.
We saying Muss has no.
Bro, he went. Go ahead.
So you
Melo,
went in here. You went
answer,
in here earlier when I pointed out the offensive scheme that Musselman has had the entire time he's been here. He's always had that one player that could go get a shot. Ricky Council, JD Notte, Mason Jones. Those guys could go get shots. Now we got Tremont Mark, who can go get a shot, but he ain't doing nothing to make sure anybody else get theirs.
I mean, Must been doing the same thing for 4 years, man. I guess we just ain't got the player like Notte or the player like whoever else you said, Mason Jones or something. But I like Marcus though, man. I think Battle messed us up, man, to tell you the truth, man. Battle was supposed to be way better than what he was, man. And when the SEC started,
Melo, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Would you consider Muss an offensive coach or a defensive coach?
I think he's a defensive coach. I think the offense is a free flow offense.
So why our defense suck?
For the guards.
Why do our defense suck?
Why?
How?
The players.
How, Sway?
You don't watch this?
How?
Bro. Look. Hey, look. No, bro. Every time number 24 on the court, hey, this is what he do. Every time name D, this is what he do every time. He doing this every time. Hands in the air. Bro, 24 suck. Then you got 15. Bro, he let the little number 9. He let the white boy murder you. Bro, he let the white. Why you think?
So what about Devo? Because Devo been here.
Who else?
Devo been here. What about him?
Oh, sweet thing.
Hey, hey, my boy. Hey, I ain't no talk on Devo. Let Devo have it, man. He's good, man. Hey, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Bro, these dudes can't guard, man.
Man, shout out to Melo, man. This man right here, man. Hey, man, you need to put your notifications on, man. We going live 9 o'clock Saturday, Thursday, and Monday, man. You got to show up, dude. You are hilarious, man.
I come an hour later. Then you got Box up there. He talking all this talk, man. I heard him on my boy Manifield. Hey, he happy Blocker played, man. But Blocker still can't shoot, man. I don't care nobody say.
Hey, that's what I said, man.
Blocker need to get in the gym, work on that jumper, man. He can play defense, though. I get
Blocker give you defense. He give you 3 or 4 assists a game. He give you 2 or 3 steals, and he give you 1 turnover. Give me that all day.
When you see some time out, when you see some 2, 3 assists a game, pull it up. Don't go 2. Bro, he barely got it. What you mean 2 or 3 assists? Bro, he don't make the offense.
Pull up.
Defense,
Hey,
bro, be out of position.
Hey, can y'all pull up the stats for today?
G had them earlier.
Can y'all pull up the
Yep,
stats?
I
we
got
talking about
please?
for the season, for today.
G, pull up the stats for Blocker.
No, we talking about for the
Wait a
season.
minute, Melo. Melo, calm down.
We talking
Let him
about
talk about the stats. Calm down.
Hey,
Let him talk about the stats. Calm down.
tonight Blocker had.
We ain't talking about today.
Tonight Blocker he played 25 minutes. He was 2 of 6 from the field. He didn't shoot a 3. He was 5 of 10 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover for 9 points.
Who don't want
Hey,
that?
Box, before you say one thing.
Free throws kill him
you
more than
telling me
anything.
we want our point. Hold on. We want our point guard. We want our point guard to shoot 50% from the free throw line. That's what we want.
Hey, John Stockton didn't go to the Hall of Fame because of his points. John Stockton's not in the Hall of Fame because of his points.
Scores like 20,000 points.
I'm just saying he in the Hall of Fame because of his assists
20,000 assists.
and everything else.
What is
Bro, y'all, you talking crazy.
No. He a Hall of Famer because he played the game, bro.
But y'all funny,
Bro,
man.
we do not want our point guard.
I'm
Melo.
gonna mute y'all.
Hey, Melo, wait a minute.
Man. I appreciate everybody for coming.
Melo,
on
hit me up so I can
with us
take you
tonight.
out to eat.
It's been a great show. We appreciate everybody for coming up and kicking it with us. Melo, I'm just saying, unbiased, box. Man, we appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for making the barbershop great.
Hey.
Deezy. Last comments, well, the comments, you know how we roll, Deezy.
Hey, man. I hope my auto-tune, but
Oh
nah,
my
you know
God.
what? I was
Would you
going to
turn
sing
that
y'all a
off,
song.
man?
Forget it, man. Shout out.
Is that some kind of setting you got on? Dude.
Hey, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I ain't gonna lie. I promise I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It was not playing. I done turned everything down.
he got the.
Hey,
Hey man, Comcast must be they must be on your internet or something, man. They must be trying to shut you down. But
man.
Yeah, that boy
I
got
think
that auto
T-Pain
tune
on
on.
my internet.
this guy, G, take us out of here, man.
Yo, man, we appreciate everybody coming to rock with us, man. The barbershop was lit tonight, man. Man, hey, we got it in, man. That's what we love to do, man. This is why we do it, so y'all can come in here, man, and you know what I'm saying? Just say what you like. You know what I mean? And we appreciate everybody. But, hey, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Insurance Max. Hey, man, experience peace of mind with Insurance Max, your one-stop solution for home, auto, and commercial insurance statewide, all over the state of Arkansas. Hey, don't wait. You can call them today for a free, no-hassle quote. Secure your future with Insurance Max, where protection meets affordability. Call now and safeguard what matters to you. You can get a hold of them at 870-534-2823. Again, that's 870-534-2823. Also, we like to give a shout out to 3M Electric. Hey, they are a electrical contractor that serve in Northwest Arkansas, but right now, man, they're looking for some great journeyman electricians. Hey, they want you to come and join their team, where you'll be able to help their customers with the installation, maintenance, and repair of all their electrical systems. Please give them a call at 479-408-9865. Again, that's 479-408-9865. Come join the team of dedicated professionals, man, and help contribute to the success of all the great projects that they got going on. Thank you to our sponsors. Yo, fellas, hey, man, it's been another great show, man. We got it in tonight, man. Just a barbershop, man. I love it. Hogs lose again. And with that, baby, you know where it go. Man, I said what I said, and I'm out.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Whoop In podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the bad.